is about a woman named Eunice. You don't see very much about her in the Bible. But you do have a famous son in the Bible. You have 2 books that he wrote. But Eunice is one of the great unknowns of the Bible. Her name is Greek, but she's a Jew. And before I go any further, her name means, good victor. So see, to me that means she's a victor in anything she do. Not a victim, but a victor. Now when Eunice was in her early teens, up to adult age, she wandered from her faith.
Alright.
She was either rebelling, like some of us do today, just didn't care, married somebody who was an unbeliever,
Alright.
and they didn't see eye to eye. So when she married him, she maybe thought like some of us think today, meet a nice young man, I married, and I'll convert him.
Alright now.
I'm going to do everything this man wants me to do. I'm going to say everything this man wants me to say. And I'm going to feed him good. I'm going to love him good. Hey. But you see, it don't work like that all the time.
Alright.
You ain't got God in the midst.
Yeah.
Well, see, she violated her biblical promises anyway when she married an unbeliever. Now, when you was married as an unbeliever, it might have been a time in her life when she was rebelling against the faith of her parents. Or she may have been a woman foolishly having done, met a nice man, thought she could convert him when she married him. Or it could have been she just married an unbeliever at the time when she careless in her own moral standards. As many do in that state, she became a parent of a young child.
Alright.
And her life was no longer private. It was no longer her life.
Alright now.
She and her husband had charge of raising and training of this little boy. And the little boy named, everybody knowing, Timothy.
Alright.
And she and her husband did not see eye to eye on his training. Because light cannot stay with darkness.
Alright.
See, one was dark, one was light. And when she strayed, then she had to turn around and think about what she done. But what did she do? She couldn't get on the phone and call Dr. Laura and receive a well-deserved scolding. But she did draw from her biblical training that had been instilled in her from the time of her youth. And she made very wise decisions. She committed herself. See, a lot of us today don't want to be committed to nothing.
Right now.
You don't even want to be committed to saying a Bible verse. You don't even want to be committed to a song. I don't want to be committed because I don't feel like going to church today. I ain't going to be committed because I'm going to keep my money in my pocket. God don't need it. Preacher sure ain't going to get it. You got to commit to something in your life.
That's right.
Where she committed herself to training this boy by word and example.
Oh, yeah.
Parents, grandparents who got children, get all these children today. You got to lead by example. You can't say fuddy-duddy and come back and tell the child you can't say that. I ain't got to say a word. All right. You can't say, don't drink this, when you sneaking in the bedroom and got a whole fifth. Well, suppose the child see you drinking. Then you go to sleep, child gonna get the ball of what they gonna do. Well, if mama do it, I can do it. You have to be careful when you're raising a child. We were rebellious. They gonna be rebellious. Because they think when you telling them something they not supposed to do, oh, they just want me not to go where I want to go and I don't do what I want to do. They don't need to talk to him because they know I like him. Ain't nothing wrong with liking somebody, but like them in a respectful way. People today, even grown-ups, do not want to hear anything about the Lord. But this woman had to go back to her roots.
Yeah.
She had to commit herself to the training that she had been taught by her parents. Now, the second thing she did, she committed herself to remain loyal to her husband.
All right.
He was an unbeliever. But some of us today, well, 3 years is enough. I'm not doing this no more. I'm getting tired. It's time for divorce. I'm not putting up with him in this mess no more. What kind of mess you doing? But you're supposed to be the believer.
All right.
You already messing and you say, well, I ain't putting up with his mess no more. You married that mess. You married that mess. So what you want now? Want God to run and get you out of it? I can talk about it because I've been there, done that.
All right.
Regretted it. But I prayed, I did like this woman Eunice, went back. Talked to God about it. Said to the Lord, Lord, if you get me out of this, no more. God does not know you sinning.
All right.
See, I was in it for 4 years. I know I probably wasn't enough, but I made my baby. But that's all right. God let me out that baby. And right now, I ain't committed to nothing but him. And I'm standing on the side and building a whole round going. I'm committed to God. So when I do my commitment to him, he'll give me what I need. Her husband never converted. And didn't want his son circumcised under the Jewish law. Now, she could have went behind his back, did it anyway, not tell him, and it would have been a whole big to-do. But she didn't do that. She could have had dozens of reasons to divorce that man, but she didn't do that. She remained committed to her vows, and she made family decisions in consideration. Some of them like this, of wishes of her unbelieving husband. She did not go above that man. He said no, that was it. Like I said, she could have went any time and had that child circumcised, but she wasn't going to go over her husband's wishes. Some of us today, y'all know what I'm going to say. You don't own me. Don't tell me what to do.
Right.
I do what I want to do. I'm grown. You do what you want to do. I'm going to do what I want to do. And by the way, this is my money. I ain't got to give it to you to do nothing with it. And if I don't feel like cooking, I ain't cooking. But you don't do it that way.
All right.
You married that man. You take care of that man. Now, if he want to get out of it, the Bible says, don't you hold him.
Right.
Let him go.
Right.
But as long as they want to stay and reside with you, take care of him. Take care of her. Got some men up in here. Take care of that woman.
Right.
Take care of each other.
Amen. Yes.
Third thing, when her husband would not support her in teaching biblical truth and wisdom to their son, she enlisted her own mother, who is Lois,
All right.
her support system. But when Eunice needed help for a bigger task, she couldn't handle herself. She knew where to get it. And thankful that Timothy's grandmama was nearby and knew how to graciously help her daughter in every difficult task without intruding, without being controlling. Your grandmama, but it ain't yours. You can tell her things, but it's up to her whether she wants to do it or not. But you be there whenever she needs you. Now in my case, I done had one for 15 years raising her. So, shebang. Parents ain't stepped in, didn't want to step in, so I'm still stepping, shebang. But I still have to take advice from God the people.
Amen.
And I go to my family.
Yes, Lord.
Amen.
Paul also had a hand in Timothy's training. Paul Because you're going to need this one day in your life. If somebody want to have anything to hand you decent. The only reason he became Paul's apprentice is because he demonstrated the fruit of other people's training.
All right.
They listened to other people. Amen. They didn't go out and listen to their buddies. See, your buddy will get you in trouble.
All right.
Your buddy will get you in jail. Buddy will get your butt cut. So when you get home, when I came up, you get a cut from the parents, buddy. Go home, you go get some more cuts. I didn't like whooping. Girl,